Okay, video number two. After that, I um, I continue work. I worked and it was not too hard. Sometimes not too hard, but I got old personally, and it seems like these days we're just dust and dust and dust. It's no more like repaint, and it was easy and nice house. Unfortunately, it's just like, and I come and go. So the one or two guys that I know, it will be just like and dust and do the work. One time, two painters went didn't do a good job, and the owner wanted me to stay out of the tree. So this is stuff like that, and it was hard. I had to correct and sand and sand. Eventually, got a helper, Muslim, for a few hours, but that's last month. I kept working, and Christmas came, so I took a break, maybe just a bit before that. I still have money. We're to January. Uh, get the welfare addiction. I'm not proud of that. There's no excuse that I would say that I call to cancel because that excuse has already been months since. So I apologize for that. Um, call it a frustration to not work. It's a lie. Um, I would cancel that. I'm working on it in the next 2 months to wait to I find some stuff to I'm working on it. And besides that, I had the following experience that is important to say, not important, but is you know I've seen some video through some bloggers, and there was an accent rate about some like humor, some scene, and one guy said about Jewish broken a glass, and I was thinking, why would they do that? So I went to sleep, and before that, actually, I closed my tent, and where my feet was, I heard there was a broken glass, and that night, a werewolf getting a hand through the tent. It seems edgy. It doesn't happen a lot, those attacks. And it's funny because for me, I would sin through pleasure, not pleasure, but through disgust of the flesh, not daily, uh, period. Uh, on and sometimes, and when the devil, you're sleeping in death, that surrounds you, the devil will leave you alone many times. But when I stop, that's when I got attacked. So he wants you to go back to that sleepy zone. But if you know fear, it didn't last more than one night. And it was not didn't bother me because many years ago I had sometimes in a place that I got bothered, and at that time it did bother me because I had difficulty with my flesh, my health, and that was new, something I barely knew, and it was intense. Uh, you know, Spiritual hunting of place. So what happened? Just seems a bit not to talk too loud. Some houses, and to finish this, after this, I uh, I don't think there's nothing else. I start preaching today. I start preaching today. Um, Holy uh, Spirit of God pushed me to preach. Um, for some reason, it I didn't record because it's on the go, and oftentimes it's my battery for some reason. Maybe because you know, unaware of when it I'm not keeping it sometimes, and it's just my battery is low. I was not prepared. And besides that, what can I say? I was not prepared. And sometimes by the time you're pressing, it's already gone. So, like the Bible says, there's a time to cry, there's a time to laugh. Sometimes that time by 1 second, and it's gone. It's different. Don't wipe. Don't leave your food out in the cold. That works for all kind of food you're taking. Spiritual food. Your fruits. Um, and what else? A lot of the experience. Uh, and on that. And signs in my daily life with it's not allowed for me to talk. At least the one who doesn't believe knows and look with a blind eye just to see what and misinterpret and um, so here we go. God, this is very powerful. It's very nice. And um, yeah, and what was funny, I was in the bus and 2 days ago, and I said, if I'm a winner, because that bus, everybody's gonna here's a because that bus was closed, is a winner. And that, do you get it? I ask you, if you were in a bus, would that bus, if you uh, if you are holy, that bus will be holy?